From Fred House Studios in Farmersville, California, it's Garbage Time Points with Mike.
In California, I'm like a 2. Alaska, though, I might be like an 8.
And Rick.
Let me get a t-shirt. Short, sweet, and slutty.
A Wizard Fart production.
This is Manny Pacquiao.
And now, here's Mike and Rick.
All right, everybody. Welcome back for a episode of Garbage Time Points with Mike and Rick. I am Mike. It's been a long time. The guy to my right is Rick. How are you, Rick?
I'm doing good, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Doing you?
Yeah. I'm just doing me, you know?
Day. All day, day.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, the guy across the table. That's Fredo. How you doing, Fredo?
I would be trumping if I said I'm doing great.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Getting political right off the bat.
Just knocking them out. What's up?
Dealing with allergies for like the past 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. I'm glad it's just allergies. This guy, we went to go see the Avengers, and this guy's like, I think I'm sick. And hey, thanks, dude. He's like, achoo.
I was coughing. I wasn't sneezing.
My face is swollen.
I think you sneezed like once, and you wiped it on my shirt. I thought I was going to get sick.
Did he use your shirt as like a snot rag? Like,
no.
Did he blow his nose?
I said, do it that way, and he just went like this and wiped his hand on my shirt. Oh, yeah. We decided to do a show. It's the week after the draft. We're probably going to get into some fantasy football, a little bit of a preview here. Not like a preview.
First impression.
Yeah, first impressions is the word I was looking for that I used earlier. But first off, you can follow us on Twitter at GTP Mike and Rick, at Michael_Gaspar, at Richard_Raposa, and at Have0. Also at GTP Podcast. If Fredo's still doing that. And you can also look for us on Facebook. Search Garbage Time Points. Or on iTunes. And I don't know what's up with GTPpodcast.com. I don't know if it still exists.
It's there, baby.
It's going strong.
Yeah, because it like changed on my Twitter.
Do we have some? Do we have a countdown or something?
I don't know.
No, I'd have to look into
Countdown to something.
Adding something. But yeah, we get like maybe about 5 visitors a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from Peru, Japan,
really?
China. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's crazy. That's also kind of scary, too.
Scary?
It is scary, man.
Scary Terry?
It is. But, we'll get into that. We have a little bit of Rick has some cuteness for us, as always.
Besides me?
Yes. Besides you. And I guess hockey. I don't know if he's talking hockey or not.
Talking hockey.
Everyone's excited about that around here, apparently.
Talkie hockey.
Fredo. Let me just say this first off the bat. Me and Fredo have been playing video games together.
Oh, yeah.
Online. Started doing streaming. We tried out that hot game Fortnite. Fork knife. Oh, man. Dude, I get so pissed off. Dude, that game's so hard.
Is it like Halo?
No.
I mean, it's like you go around trying to kill the other people.
Concept-wise,
but you can't. It's weird because in Halo you could practice on like a career mode, and you can go, get good at fucking looking around and shooting and how you're gonna do shit. This is just like, hey, welcome to Fortnite, go play. So it sends you out there, and dude, I've gotten 2 kills in the.
You bragging?
Yeah, well, I am, dude. I'm bragging about 2 kills in the amount of time that we played. Fredo has 0.
None.
But this is like what?
Back to Minecraft.
Yeah.
go back to digging fucking play shit.
We probably played this game for about 3 hours total over a couple of days. Yeah. Kind of spaced out and everything. So Fredo still hasn't gotten one yet, but Fredo's an explorer.
Just kind of roams around.
Yeah, he does.
Out.
He does, dude. Like we're all because they do something weird where it's like you have to be at a certain point.
That's why Minecraft.
But dude, it basically is what I imagine. It's Minecraft with guns is what I would imagine it is because you have to actually like chop wood.
You have to find shit. Do shit.
You have to collect resources in order to build. Which building is your defense. When you encounter somebody, you can start building shit.
Yeah, and we don't know how to do that yet.
No. When I try, I panic. Put walls everywhere. And it's ridiculous.
These kids, I mean, like, the kids on there are ruthless. They're mean.
Yeah, they're 13 years old. They don't give a shit about you. Honey Badger.
Yeah. Our first game, we jump on and, like, we're just talking, like, hey, what do we do? You know, this and that. And then some kid's like, oh, no, it's a couple of noobs. it's like, yeah, man, hey, sorry. We're just trying to figure out his oh, you guys are little dicks.
I was offended, man.
And big pussies. So we started calling him medium-sized dick.
Well, Google how to play before you play. Like,
you can't. I mean,
you can watch other people.
Yeah, you can do that and like watch and try to learn that way. But it's not going to help you because once you get out there, you're just fucking
out there
pressing buttons,
smashing.
Yeah, that's it, man. You try to, and some people are helpful. They'll help you out, but yeah, mostly they're just that kid. They're all that kid. And the best part about it is that like I was joking around. I was just like, "Hey, man, you're mean. I was gonna ask you to be my friend and we can play together." He's like, I don't want to be friends with you. A little bit later, he sends me a request on the thing.
Oh, he felt bad.
Yeah, but you know what? The funny part is,
your initiation.
Yeah, but he constantly like, let's play Fortnite. And, I'm like, no, dude, you're fucking mean.
You made me cry.
Yeah,
I'm all insecure now.
He's mean, man. I don't know, Fredo, should we announce your idea here? Fredo wants to try to team up with who are these people and what do they do?
Who's the nanny?
G Fuel.
G Fuel?
It is the gamer's choice for energy drink formula.
And Fredo's like, we have a podcast. We started doing streams. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So Fredo's gonna hit him up and he's gonna like, pitch it to them.
G Fuel. I guess they partnered up recently with Xavier Woods. He's gonna be doing.
Oh, we can't keep that.
Yeah, we can.
Up, down, down.
Up, down, 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 down.
We're just button smashers, man. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
There's no method to your method to your madness?
No. Mm-mm. I don't know what anything does. I don't know. I don't know, dude. You have to jump out of a fucking bus?
Out of a bus?
Yeah, it just flies over this little map and then you jump out of the bus.
And then you parachute down.
And these people know where they're going.
So does the game continue, or is it always a new game once you join?
As soon as you're...
It's elimination. It's 100 people, and they split you 50-50.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then once you die, you're out.
Yeah, as soon as you die...
you got to join another game?
Yeah. So maybe like the first 5-6 minutes, we're just collecting resources, guns, picking up guns. Yeah. Then we encounter somebody, and we die. We lose everything.
Yeah. No, it is, dude. That's exactly... And you know what really sucks? And like, it's part of it. I guess it's part of it. And I guess I could always just leave, is that I'm usually getting killed first because I'm falling into people. Yeah. I swear I fell into someone and died. And then I got to fucking sit there, and I don't have to, but I do. And I watch Fredo, and Fredo's just running around looking at every crevice of the world that he's at, hitting shit with an axe. And I'm just like,
is it a different map, or is it always the same map?
I think there's like 3 maps.
Yeah, it's different.
He's laying the land.
Yep.
He's scoping it.
But
topography.
He still doesn't have that kill, though.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
those will come later. Those will come later once I have all the terrain.
Yeah, fucking Christopher Columbus over here.
I mean, he's trying his hardest, though. What can you say?
Discovering new parts of the world.
He doesn't have 2, but he's getting there.
2.
I'm bragging about that shit.
Does that give like your guy like experience points and shit?
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, probably, but like it reset. I think we came at the wrong time.
It's stupid every season because I don't know. Right now, I think it's at 69 days is for season 4, but I think after those 69 days, it resets back to 1. So it's like, what the fuck? What am I playing for?
Yep.
Practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Fortnite.
Obviously, you need it.
Fork knife, yeah. Whatever, dude.
Sweet.
Play tonight, get pissed off again, or what?
Yeah, I'm down.
Addicted.
Yeah.
Smack. You're done now.
Are you interested in the NBA playoffs right now at this point, or are we just because I feel like I'm just paying attention to the Eastern Conference. Those games actually seem interesting, as far as they go with the Celtics and the 76ers and the Cavaliers. Not
so you're talking in the moment, not as a whole.
Yeah, I'm talking in the moment because I feel like we already know what's going to happen in the West.
It's going to be the Warriors, but we don't know who's going to win. I I think the Warriors are going to beat the Rockets once they both advance, but I feel like it's a toss-up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that to me only matters once they meet up in the conference finals.
You're saying, that's why I said you're talking in the moment.
And right now it's more like LeBron's carrying that team on his back. They're like a sack of potatoes on his back.
Yeah, but he had his worst game as a Cav in the last, how many years last night. And
it was still a triple-double.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Support the team.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm interested, obviously, in the Celtics Sixers. I think that's gonna be a 7-game series. It's got 7 written all over it. I'm interested to see LeBron and what he could do, because he said after Game 7, I'm exhausted. I'm not even thinking about Toronto right now. I'm tired. I'm done. And he looked it last night. He really looked it. So over a 7-game series, you're like, I'm always going to take LeBron. I'm always going to bet on that guy. But man, it's not looking good right now. But it's like they're playing Toronto, and Toronto's the worst clutch team in the league. They are terrible in the clutch. So it's a toss-up right now.
Yeah.
The East, I mean, the Celtics made the Sixers look, they embarrassed them. They're going to make the adjustments, and they're going to come back, and they're they could still win the series, but the Celtics ain't going to go down. It's not going to be an easy series.
Yeah. It felt like the youth started to show through in that, in their Game 1 matchup. They played tonight, right?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow night.
But I don't even think it was like necessary. Well, their youth as far as because they haven't seen a defensive team. Like, that Celtics team strangled them defensively.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've seen a defense played like that where they swallowed Ben Simmons and they're like, we're going to give Embiid his 30 and make everybody else, all your jump shooters, you're not going to shoot threes, you're going to shoot twos.
I wonder if it's going to turn into one of those situations where people start wondering if they really need Kyrie and trade him off or something. Because that's how basketball works, though, man.
No, but okay, that could happen. But I think they trade Terry Rozier and a couple firsts for Anthony Davis next year, because they Pelicans still have DeMarcus Cousins, and they don't want the Celtics aren't going. You're not going to get that for DeMarcus Cousins. You brought him over there. You got to deal with him now. And Anthony Davis, you're going to get top dollar for him, and you're going to get top 5 draft picks. And look at what Terry's doing. He's showing that he is a star in this league.
Yeah.
He can play, and he's going to be a star for years to come.
I don't know. I think that's a fan trade, more of a fan trade.
Because you're going to throw in other guys.
Yeah, but I feel like Anthony Davis genuinely wants to be in New Orleans.
It's not going to be up to him.
I think it is up to him.
It's not up to him.
It is up to him.
I don't think he has a no trade.
I think they put it on him though. Like,
I don't
you want to be
a no trade.
You don't trade that type of star. Like, just being like, well, let's just trade this guy.
They don't. Him and DeMarcus aren't. They play better when it's just one of them.
Did DeMarcus did he re-sign a contract before he got hurt, or were they talking about re-signing him at the end of this year?
I thought he re-signed it already for 2 for $20.
Fredo, can you Google that DeMarcus Cousins contract, Pelicans? See what it comes up, because I'm pretty sure.
And even if they didn't, they're gonna just let him walk.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I think so, man. Especially coming off that injury on that big guy.
I don't think so.
Big guy.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just trade away Anthony Davis because you feel like it's not working. That team is not built to contend with the Rockets and the Warriors right now, and he's kind of in a similar situation like LeBron, only I feel like his supporting cast is a little bit better. But he's taking him into this round, and they're going to be competitive with the Warriors. They're not going to win that series, but they're going to be competitive. So then you start thinking, okay, well, we got him. DeMarcus, I don't think he's re-signed. We're going to find out right now if Fredo knows what he's looking for.
You're not going to get that free agent down there.
But
they already got Drew Holiday for big money. They don't have the cap space. You signed Davis.
They have room, because how would they re-sign DeMarcus Cousins?
You sign Cousins. You sign Davis to max deal.
Cousins will be a free agent this offseason.
Yeah, you have Drew Holiday. He's maxed out. He's got a ton of money. You have a ton of money wrapped. That's why they don't have all these guys, is because they have a ton of money wrapped up in just a couple of guys.
I think we get a wild card here this upcoming offseason. LeBron's going to be a free agent. And,
I think he goes to Philly.
I don't think he's opposed to going to New Orleans to play with Anthony Davis. I don't think he will, because he won't have to extend that much energy switching off and playing down on the 4 and the 5, knowing that he has a guy like Anthony Davis down there. Just this guy's opinion.
New Orleans was set to offer Cousins 5 years for $175 million.
Yeah, and then he got hurt,
injured, and then
yeah.
So they'll do it in the offseason. They'll work it. He ain't going to be a free agent.
But that is definitely a fan trade that you just threw out there.
No, Terry Rozier, come on. Come on. He's carrying the team
you guys
right
can't
now.
see the Rick smile.
He's carrying the team right now.
We're talking Anthony Davis, Terry Rozier, 2 first-round picks.
No, I didn't say 2. I said multiple plus other guys.
What are they? Okay. Realistically, Rick, because that's not realistic. That's not. Look, where that's
you're giving him Baines.
That's your base.
Aaron Baines.
Come on. Come on, dude. Rick.
Because you're going to probably give him, because, I mean, Marcus Smart, too, could be in that deal, even though he's a free agent that might sign and trade with him. I don't know. You don't know what's going on.
Simpson.Homer over here.
You don't know what's going on.
Homer Simpson.
Watch what happens.
No, I wouldn't.
Watch what happens. When it happens. Because, dude, LeBron's going to Philly.
Uh-huh.
Dude, he'd be stupid not to go to Philly.
If they will take him.
You don't think they will?
I'm not saying, but they'd have to give something up. It'll be a sign and trade.
What are they going to give up?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a sign and trade. Well, how's it going to be a sign and trade? They have the cap. They have the cap.
He'll try to work it out right now with them.
What are you talking about?
He'll work it out with Cleveland for a sign and trade, so that way they'll be able to work it into their cap to be able to give him what he deserves. Because they have to worry about the future. It can't just be this 1 year.
They're going for 1 year. He's going to sign a 1 year deal.
They're going to have to
sign a 1 year deal with a 1 year option like he always does.
He's not going to Philly, man.
Going to Philly.
He's not going to Philly. But yeah, I mean, I think at this point everyone's just expecting Toronto to blow it again. They had all the opportunities in the world last night to win that game, and they just did Toronto things and let it slip away, man.
Yeah.
But why were they calling timeout? I don't understand. He must be tired, LeBron, because he was calling timeout after that last shot for some reason.
He's done, dude.
And I was like, whoa, what's going on here?
Cramping the last game. He's freaking exhausted. Dude, he's spent, man.
No.
He had to carry him just to get them to this point. Like, you don't think usually he's coasting by February, March, April, he was coasting. Then he'd kick it up once the playoffs, or he'd kick it up. Like, he'd been kicked it up.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Like I said, the Eastern Conference looks like they're going to be entertaining games. It's
going to be 4 teams. You don't know who's coming out.
Yeah. It's going to be 4 teams. You don't know who's coming out.
You don't.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
It's like in the West. You know the Warriors and the Rockets. You know that. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. Like, we think we could count on LeBron and the Cavs, but
I know he looked good yesterday, but do you feel like the Warriors really kind of messed it up by bringing back Curry this early?
No, he needs to work back in.
Yeah. Like, bring him back.
Just because he looked that good doesn't mean he had his legs under him.
I know that's adrenaline. Adrenaline works into it. But I'm also just saying that, like, it feels like they could have waited a couple more games just to be like, hey,
but
relax yourself.
I don't think after what happened 2 years ago when they lost to the Cavs, after he came back from the injury too early, I don't think they rushed him back. I think that they waited as long as he needed to wait. And as long as he was comfortable and they were comfortable, he's out on the floor.
He looks spry. But I think it's only a matter of time with that guy, man. Mr. Glass. It sucks. But
well, that was the reason why he didn't. That's the reason why that the Golden State Warriors are able to have the team that they have now, is because when he was up for a contract, he was an up-and-coming star at the time when they gave it to him, so they gave him a good contract, but he had the ankle problem, so they didn't max him out. He was like, 4 for 88 or something like that? Yeah. So it wasn't like they paid him, but they didn't pay him. So they were able to have more cap to have, this guy, bring in a Durant and bring in a Livingston and have the depth that they have David West. Yeah. Because that they have him at such a cheap price.
Do you think it's also because he was getting so much money off those Brita commercials?
All of his endorsements.
Does he still do those?
I'm sure.
Or is he just
Splash?
Or does it just because to me Steph Curry's boring.
He's safe. He's
what I mean?
the one. He's Dale Curry. He's his dad. Like, that's the one you want to be when you grow up. But you shoot threes and you keep quiet.
I mean, but he's an asshole on the court.
He's a
he's
know what I'm saying?
Dick, like, he's an asshole on the court. But I think that's like, there's basketball personality, and then there's just like personality.
But you
off
know
the
what?
court.
But you know what it was him bringing his daughter, and he got her out at the right time. Oh, she's cute. Couple news, and notice she hasn't been around ever since because he didn't want everybody to get tired of her. And then it's the turn on her, and then it's the turn on him because now you're parading her. He paraded her out for a little bit, and it's all right. Go back to the back, and now it's I keep quiet, I do my thing, I shut up, and I shoot threes.
Nope.
And he does it better than anybody.
Promoting his wife's cooking show.
I mean, that's a family wholesome, you know?
Yeah.
My wife cooks. She stays home and cooks.
Why does he eat cookies during his post game?
No, I'm not trying
Cookies?
to be dumb or anything.
I know you're not. It's just
It's the truth.
the whole picture is funny, you know, like the whole thing to me is just funny.
Yeah.
And I mean, just,
But he's working it. You might have people who hate him, but it's
Yeah.
not like a universal thing to hate Steph Curry
yeah,
now.
no. The kids love him.
Yeah.
I think adults are just tired of him.
Because he's everywhere and he's
Yeah.
shooting threes all over their team.
And he did it. and it's mostly adults with kids who are just like, my kid's just as cute as that one.
I don't even think it's that. It's
I
just-
do because they set up the whole like, okay, baby, when you go out there, do the thing where you point at your eyes and point at theirs like you're looking at them like me.
No, I think it's more Curry's the kind of player that will turn your kid into a Golden State Warrior fan. So if you are like an a Bulls fan or this fan, and you want your kid to be a Bulls fan, and now he's Steph Curry and he's wearing Golden State Warrior jerseys and has Steph Curry shoes on, and that's all he talks about. Like, fuck yeah, you're gonna be pissed. Like, damn, I wanted my kid to grow up as a fan of my team, and now he's gonna be a fucking Golden State Warrior fan for the rest of his life. Like, fuck that shit.
No, son. No, son. We like Laurie Markkanen. Whatever the fuck his name is.
Marketing.
Whatever the fuck.
Lori. His name is Lori.
Lori 6Ks.
Yeah.
He's got like 6Ks in his last name.
But I think that's it more than
Yeah,
anything.
no, I feel that too. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they go where the popular thing is now. Nobody's got loyalty. The kids these days, they don't have loyalty.
They're not as
Yeah.
They're to the player.
Yep. Whatever, man.
I think LeBron James was like, Jordan was that. Well, I think Jordan was that. Yeah, I think Jordan was that first one because there's a lot of Bulls fans that say they're Bulls fans now just because of Jordan, but wink, wink.
Yeah, that's true. You know who you are too, and it's not. And we're not speaking specifically to one person because there's another person on this that might be listening to this that I know for a fact you were a Bulls fan until you weren't, and you were also a Braves fan. Until you weren't. See you on Saturday, buddy.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. That's okay.
No, but I think there's a generation of that for him, a generation of that for LeBron James, and now a generation of that for Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I think and Kobe could, but I don't think Kobe was that as much as LeBron or as much as
because he's easy to hate. Kobe was easy to hate.
He was a dick.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to be that guy. He did, but then
he raped the girl. I think he would have been if he didn't rape a girl.
And then he embraced the heel part of it.
Yeah.
And then he just turned heel, and he did that until he retired.
Until he called it Mamba.
Yeah.
Well, that was his heel name. That was his heel character.
He's doing better outside of basketball fan wise than he ever did during it. With his Oscar and all that other shit.
Yeah. So I mean, I think your big three. I think that was the biggest reason why, like, at first LeBron James was hating on Steph Curry when he was throwing those little digs because he was like, fuck. He saw him as that he saw all the kids wanting to shoot like Steph Curry now, and like he saw the torch being held, and he wasn't ready to hold over that torch. He was the new Michael.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with like kids enjoying Steph more than LeBron. Just people now they do not appreciate LeBron. He's not going to be appreciated until 10 years from now.
Oh no, because he came.
It's going to take 10 years.
He was the one after Michael.
Yeah, it's going to take a new era of media members and broadcasters and everything like that to get off Michael Jordan's nuts.
It's going to take
not necessarily get off Michael Jordan's nuts because he deserves all the praise.
It's going to take the people who grew up with LeBron James like we did in media.
Yeah. All the kids who were just walking around going, "No, you can tell everybody."
Because the people who grew up in media, the people who are in media now grew up with Michael Jordan being that for them.
Yeah.
So the people who grew up
And
with
they
LeBron,
yell.
yeah,
They
and
yell,
the people
man.
with LeBron James, where they were like 12 years old when he came in, and they grew up with just knowing nothing but LeBron James.
Yep.
He's gonna be that for them.
LeBron James. You need to get that sound,
Because
Fredo.
before Michael Jordan, it was the people who grew up with Oscar Robinson or the people who grew up with Dr. J.
Yep.
Like they had their people who they grew up with.
Well, I mean, he came in right towards the end.
End of J.
Like, he was there during, but he grew in popularity more towards the end of Magic Bird.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, because Magic was out.
It took 89, 90.
Bird got hurt, and then he had to beat the Pistons.
Yeah.
And then it was everybody wanna be like Mike.
I'm just getting tired of the argument that goes on because, it's playoff time. LeBron carries his team. And of course, people are like, he won 6 championships. He carried that team. Well, do they forget that same Bulls team without him actually made deep playoff runs while he was gone?
Yeah,
he just put them over the top. But you get a guy like LeBron who leads these teams, and all of a sudden they're in fucking shambles because they don't have LeBron James.
Yeah, the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah,
like. With Pippen and everybody else, they made it. What was that? Game 5, Game 6, Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
Game 5, Game 6 of the Eastern Conference, and it took friggin' Ewing, Starks, friggin' all those guys, Larry Johnson, all those guys in New York to do it.
Yep.
Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason, like those teams were stacked, and they still took him to the brink.
Just give that guy some love already, man.
He's the best ever.
Yeah.
He's the greatest ever.
I'm tired of hearing it.
Did you see that steal when the guy came around, he was going to do and he kicked it out and he went into the stands? Like, he saw that before the guy even made the move. He was like, oh, I'm going to steal this right now. When he wants to be, he can't physically be what he sees on the court. Like, he sees things that other people don't see, and he just can't physically get there.
He's going to look good in the Phoenix Suns jersey next year. All right. Hey, Rick, do you have something cute for us before we start jumping into football?
I got you.
You got, Fredo's mad you didn't say him.
I'm not going to play your intro now.
And now it's time for Rick's Cute Animal Facts.
And in Florida, a possum goes to rehab.
What? What?
Possums aren't cute, man.
Baby possums are cute. We talked about this before.
We talked about it. Baby possums.
Baby possums are cute. It's when they reach those teenage years where they're starting to like develop into a
awkward,
man possum. Or,
What kind of rehab was it? Was it acting too lively?
So a female possum broke into a closed liquor store and helped herself to some whiskey. Passed out. It was discovered by by an employee the next day to an empty bottle the next morning. The possum was brought to a wildlife refuge where it was flushed with fluids and then sent to a rehab.
That's funny, man.
I remember seeing a video of a raccoon was drunk in a warehouse or something.
Just randomly?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess randomly. I don't know.
Those little bandits. They're always cute, though. Cute animals. Hey, before you get to the next thing, did you just see Fredo dab when he coughed? Like, we asked Fredo to dab, normally, and Fredo can't do it. But when he coughed, he just full on dabbed when he did it. Like, perfect form.
Damn.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, you went like this.
The other arm went out too? Holy shit. Holy
nice.
shit. Firepower.
All right, was that the only fact or what?
Yeah. there was one fact, animal fact. It's not animal facts.
You know what? Let's get this out of the way because this is going on and you probably don't know what's going on. So before we actually do talk football, I know I teased you before the drunk possum.
Drunk possums.
We need a Rick hockey Talk.
Oh, honky
update.
tonk.
Hockey talk.
Honky tonk.
TikTok.
All right, 8 teams left in the Stanley Cup, the chase for Lord Stanley's Cup. All right. You got the Bruins, Lightning, Capital, or Bruins versus the Lightning, Capital versus the Penguins, Predators versus the Jets, and the Golden Knights versus the Sharks. All great matchups, all either 1-1, 2-1 right now. Very competitive. From the beginning, I had the Washington Capitals. They're up 2-1 on the Penguins right now. I'm riding with them for the rest of the time. And in the Western Conference Finals. Western Conference Finals. In the finals, I got my team, my second team, the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Your second team.
That's, dude, you know, I
got one team,
what is it, 5
team?
of my first, 6 honky tonks were about the Golden Knights. I've been rooting for them all year. I'm rooting for the Golden Knights.
After they started hot, bandwagoner.
Don't even. You know that's our second home.
Don't you start.
Vegas is our second home. I've been in Vegas more than any other place other than Visalia.
Well,
In this area.
yeah. I've been in Vegas a lot. It's a close second to you, though.
That's daily, nightly, ever so rightly.
Yeah. I mean, it's close, but like it's right there. It's right there. All right, let's get into some fantasy football. Let's just talk about what we think we know. Hold on.
Now let's talk some fantasy.
Wolf ball.
Every time.
Yep. All right, folks, because when we were getting ready to, come out here and do this thing, I was thinking to myself, you know what? We don't need to do a draft grades, who won, who lost. I mean, everybody, it's been done. It's been dead. And even the fantasy talk has been dead. But if you're listening to this, you've probably heard some, but you haven't heard us. Right off the bat, it's never been a secret. I have told everybody since last year, I do not like the prospects, a lot of them, from this draft class. I do not like them. There are 5 guys that I do like. There's another one who I'm like, I probably would take, and I have one sleeper. Other than that, I am not really excited about this, especially where some of them ended up going.
What's your top 5 then?
Well, Barkley, obvious. Michelle, I think, is a close second to him. I actually think in the first year, he outscores Barkley.
Wow.
I think he does. And the only reason I'm really high on him, first of all, I was high on him before the draft started, but I'm extremely high on him right now because you don't see Bill Belichick draft a running back this high. The last time they took one,
Maroney.
The last time I looked to see the highest running back they took,
Lawrence
and
Maroney.
this sucks. No, they took him in the first round. I'm talking in the second round because there was a draft there where they took 3 guys in a row. There was Ridley, other dude. There was Stephen Ridley.
Oh, from fucking Cal.
Yeah.
There was a kid from Cal.
But number 1 that they took that year, Razai Dowling from Virginia.
Oh, yeah, the cornerback.
No, he was the running back.
No, he's a cornerback.
Oh, then I read it wrong.
Yeah,
it was Stephen Ridley and somebody else.
It was the kid, the kid from Cal.
They both produced.
He's on the Shane Vereen.
Yes, Shane Vereen. But yeah, that was the last time they took somebody. And of course, like you said, the last guy in the first round they took, 2006, Lawrence Maroney. But yeah, I like everything he brings to this offense. I love the fact that he's a great receiving back out of the backfield. And I think he's going to become a rarity in the Patriots offense and actually be their lead back.
I think he's a bell cow for them in the sense that they're going to still use a rotation. They're going to still use White. They're going to still use Burkhead. I think Jeremy Hill takes away a lot of his touchdowns because he got Jeremy Hill for a reason. Jeremy Hill's the most prolific touchdown scoring running back in the league since he's been in. So
yeah, he's gonna feel
the punch holes.
And
Barkley's going to be the guy. I mean, I don't think they're going to give the ball to Gallman at all.
Yeah,
I don't think Dark was a free agent. I don't even think they re-signed him.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's Barkley.
They're running him into the ground the first year.
Yeah.
Then after him, I got Darius Guice in Washington. Samaje, I liked him at first, not before the season started. Going into the draft, then he fell there. Didn't care about it too much, and then you just see him run. He's a plotter. They got guys for obvious reasons. I think that's a great landing spot for him, especially with Alex Smith there and that offensive line. I think he's going to be another guy like Barkley who's just going to be in there all the time.
Well, they have Chris Thompson though. Remember, and
yeah, he's coming back.
Though.
We got to see how he's looking because he broke his leg later in the year.
Yeah, but he's going to eat though.
Yeah. Well, I look at him kind of like the next guy.
Receiver.
The next guy, Nick Chubb. I see Thompson the same way that I see Duke Johnson. This helps him. This helps him a lot having a guy like him. So, because that's what, then you get hurt on a run. Like he towards the end of the year, he was running the ball a lot more than he needed to.
Who?
Chris Thompson.
Oh yeah.
He was carrying the ball more.
No, he's going to be the third down back.
Yeah.
It's going to be Geis 1-2, and then third down it's going to be.
Yeah. So Nick Chubb there, and then I'd probably say Ronald Jones if I wasn't so afraid of him just getting hurt because that's what Ronald Jones does. But at least for the first year, maybe the second year, I'm high on Royce Freeman just because of where he went. And he's good, but I'm really, really worried about his durability because of the amount of carries that he got at Oregon, staying there all 4 years, and just they ran that guy into the ground. So I like him.
And they're going to do that in Denver too.
Yeah, and he's the type of guy who redrafts, I'm probably taking him pretty high. But dynasty leagues, I'm gonna take him, hope for the huge year, and try to push him off somewhere because I think that sooner or later all those carries are going to catch up to him, and it's going to catch up to him at a young age. And then my sixth guy who almost might be in there, I just like him a lot. Baker Mayfield. I know you don't take quarterbacks that high, but that's how I feel about the rest of the draft. I just like Rashad Penny. I'm not really that big on Rashad Penny, even though they took him where they took him in the first round, and he's going to get those carries because he was a first round pick. But there's just something about him I don't like when I watch him run. He's just a big guy, and I don't think that bigness, because he's a little bit taller, is going to translate to the NFL. I think they will stuff him constantly. And then sleeper Michael Gallup. I don't necessarily like that he went to the Cowboys, but who else do they have? And he's a big body.
Big body.
6'1".
Hold it against you?
Yeah. Don't hold it against you.
But see, I think you're sleeping now because, I wasn't high on Calvin Ridley as far as being a number one receiver. But you put him in Atlanta with Julio, and he doesn't have the pressure, and they have a ton of weapons, and he's a route runner, and that's what they're going to have him do underneath stuff. They're not going to ask him to stretch the field. They're going to put him in the role that he belongs. I think he's a good candidate to get 60, 70 catches his rookie season.
I'm not sleeping on Stephen Ridley. I like Calvin Ridley, excuse me. I'm not sleeping on him. I like him. I think he's far and away the number one receiver in this draft because DJ Moore, I don't like wide receivers that much with Cam Newton. I just do not like wide receivers that Cam Newton has.
Because he spreads the ball.
Yeah. So for fantasy purposes, I don't think DJ Moore should be rated that high.
But he's a stud, though. He's a little bowling ball, man.
I like him. I like him, but I just do not like where he went.
Yeah, I get where you're different.
And I do like where Ridley ended up, but they are a run-heavy football team, and I need to see him because Julio's going to get hurt. There's one thing that we know: Julio's going to get hurt, and then I'm not talking like season ending. I'm talking there's going to be games. Yeah, there's going to be games in there. It's going to be like, all right,
run some ghost routes, a couple games.
Yeah, he's totally a guy who I need to see without Julio to really know if he's going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Because he could just be another Amari Cooper, and I'm falling on Amari Cooper right now. Talent's there, but
he doesn't have it.
I think in his head.
It's right here.
It's in his head now, man. Cortland Sutton, going to the Broncos, not really too excited about that, but we'll see what they end up doing. I think Demaryius is the guy that goes.
I think he's gonna stick for this season.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but I think Demaryius is the perfect guy to teach him how to use his big body because he is a big-bodied receiver. Yeah. He's got the quick twitch for being 6'4", 220 pounds. The kid has a lot of potentials.
Yeah, I just
you're missing one guy, though.
I like Christian Kirk.
James Washington.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I like him.
Especially where he went.
I like him there to Pittsburgh. I do, but we'll see. We'll see, man.
He's going to be running those seam routes. He's taking Bryant's.
That's fine, but Antonio and Juju makes it hard for me to really, really like him.
But okay, we were talking. Okay, Antonio Brown. He's 29. He's about to be 30. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've talked about it. Yes, there's receivers that go further, but he's about to hit a wall, 32, 33. It's not going to be very much longer where Antonio Brown is that guy.
Yeah.
And James Washington, you need 3 years as a receiver to develop.
But if Christian Kirk, at this point, I think he has
a better
Mike
route
Wallace potential.
He has a better route tree?
I think he's a one-trick pony at this
Kurt?
point. Yeah.
Or Washington?
Washington, sorry. I think he's a one-trick pony at this point.
And Kirk can run around.
Yeah, he's going to be good in the slot right there.
That's what I was like.
I meant him.
Yeah.
Washington is a one-trick pony, which is what I think hampers him because.
But that's what I'm saying. He's going to do the one-trick pony now. You have Juju.
He needs to learn.
He has the time and he has the perfect situation to develop into because he's a physical freak. Mm-hmm. And you put Antonio Brown and Juju, two amazing route runners with him every day, practicing with him how to run routes. By year 3, he's going to be that complete receiver.
Yeah. We'll see, man. I hope he does kind of turn it because I really before the draft we were talking and I told you I hope that the Raiders had him in the second round.
But the thing is everybody wants their rookies to produce now because we've been spoiled with rookies coming in, even receivers, because before it was year 3. You wait 3 years for your receiver to develop.
Yep.
We've been so spoiled with receivers coming in year 1 and producing. That's what we expect. But if with him being in a situation where he's not expected to do that and he could just learn that, I love situations like that. That's why I like Ridley. I like Washington because you're not drafting receivers for this year. You're drafting receivers for year 3, year 4, year 5. And if they're in a good situation already, it's only the sky's the limit after that.
Big Ben says he plans to play for 3 to 5 more years.
Man, he got mad about Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
He got really mad about that.
That's going to be a Jimmy Garoppolo situation. An Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre situation. Like, it's got written all over because he was waffling for so long. Then all of a sudden they draft him and it's like, nah, I'm here for 5. Get warm on that bench, buddy.
Yep.
And Ben Roethlisberger, he does get hurt, but again, he doesn't miss a lot of time. He's the guy that might miss a game, might miss a quarter, might miss parts of something, but he's playing his game.
Yeah. But when it's all said and done, it's probably the star of the wide receiving class is probably going to be that Equanimous St. Brown. He ended up in a good spot. Ended up in a damn good spot
without all the pressure.
Yep.
I mean, they have enough weapons there to where he doesn't have to be the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy Graham signing was I think Jimmy Graham's going to have 80 to 90 receptions. I mean, he might not have the yards because I think they're going to keep him inside the box a little bit. They might stretch him down like once in a while, but man, he's going to be just eating yards up. Yeah. He's going to be eating it.
So that's just a little bit of a preview.
But we didn't get into the quarterbacks, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
I like the quarterbacks. Though.
I like Baker Mayfield where he went to. Darnold, man, the Jets just feel like such a cursed team that it's so hard for me to get behind a quarterback there. And Josh Allen, he's going to be out of the league in no time. To me, it's Mayfield and it's Josh Rosen
and Lamar Jackson.
I hope so much that he gets. I hope that the Ravens surprise us.
But I'm a huge Mason Rudolph guy. Like, if you're in a dynasty league and you can have the roster spot and you have the patience to just sit on this guy, like he's going to be a great quarterback in this league.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just a really weak class to me, man.
Flauchula, the friggin' kid that the Giants. That's everybody's darling in the 4th round. You have the Giants. You have everybody.
Everybody's a darling right there, but we know better than that, man. They are banking on Eli for this 1 year, 2 years, and then they're going to move up in the draft to take
They're going to
get
somebody because they didn't have to give up anybody early to get the top pick. They were just sucked. So they had Saquon and friggin'.
There's a reason I picked up Davis Webb, and I was like, yeah, let's see what happens with Davis Webb. Because they sold it as Davis Webb is the future, but then they go out and they draft this guy in the 5th round.
4th.
Wherever, dude. Facella.
Dude.
Dallas Goddard going to Philadelphia. I think that's a good spot for him, man.
He's going to play a slot. He's going to play the slot.
Yep. And Zach.
He takes away from Ertz, though.
I mean, he's going to be Trey Burton. Yeah.
Not this year, but once he develops and once he learns, because tight end's a tough position to play.
Yeah.
But he's going to take away from Ertz, man. Mm-hmm. They're going to run 2 tight end sets. They're going to run that, and he's going to split out into the slot because he's basically a receiver. He's got no blocking skills. Yeah. He's going to fucking, he's a freak, too.
Yeah. He's Jimmy Graham.
Yeah. He's a freak. He's a freak, dude.
Kerryon Johnson of the Lions. I love when the Lions draft a running back, dude, because you know some sucker's going to try to trade up and get him because they're like, all right, now they're going to get it right.
Are you watching him run?
Watch him run? Yeah, of course I've seen him run.
The next Barry Sanders.
Yeah. But for fantasy purposes, he's just a 2-down back. And I don't even know if he's a legit 2-down back yet. You know, we don't know that. He didn't have.
It's legit.
He flashed. He
He carried a top 5 Auburn team all the way down. Like they flashed, and they had nobody else, and they knew he was running the ball, and he tore it up. So in the SEC, I mean, I'm not saying these guys are guaranteed, but I'll take my chances with them all day. When you got a guy coming out of the SEC who produced, who they knew he was running, and he still outran everybody, like I'll take my chances on him all day, every day.
Yeah.
He might not pan out, but I'm going to take that pick. I'm not going to trade up for him, but if it's, if it works out, if I'm sitting there at 8, 9.
He's going to get taken high because there's not really much to work with here.
If I'm sitting there at 8, 9, he's getting taken.
I know Rick's angle here though, man. Rick's draft pick angle. He's working it, folks.
Dude, I'm drafting out. I don't know what you're talking. I haven't made a trade. I haven't offered anybody picks.
Yeah, you have.
Who?
I've heard.
Who?
Through the grapevine, man.
What picks have I offered?
No, look, he wants me to say it out loud, but I know he knows.
No.
Rick knows.
Oh?
I haven't offered any picks.
Bet you're wondering how I knew.
Oh? I haven't offered any picks.
Rick's angle.
I haven't offered any picks.
Any picks?
I can't wait to get into it.
Everybody's asking me what I'm going to do, and I'm going to say I'm drafting out.
I can't wait till we get into our...
I made that trade. I basically gave Duty 4 players, so I have players to drop. I didn't want to drop them, so I gave him to Duty.
I'm looking forward to getting into our...
idiot.
I'm looking forward to getting into our top 10 by position. I'm interested to see where these things kind of shake out. And I'm just looking forward to training camp altogether. I don't even know what to think about
top 10.
I don't even know what to think about the Dodgers right now as far as losing Corey Seager. So right now I'm just like, let's see what happens with football.
I'm going to say something that I never thought I was going to say. So baseball growing up was my favorite sport. Mm-hmm. Not anymore.
Really?
I would rather watch watered down version of football than watch baseball right now. I do not like the direction all these strikeouts, the shift, the all or nothing swinging out of your ass. I'm done. I could barely watch the Red Sox. I watch the Red Sox every day, but it's not my focal. It's not like, I don't feel the way I used to feel about it. I do not enjoy the brand of baseball. I used to be able to just watch any team, just put on a baseball game and just watch it. Yeah. I can't do it anymore. I can't just sit there and watch a game. Every at-bat is a fucking marathon. Every at-bat is a guy swinging out of his ass. There's no putting the ball in play. And if you do, they put it in a shift and it's out. They try to friggin' hit up, but these pitchers are so good, they're pitching into the shift, and it's just boring. It's fucking boring. It's either an out or a home run. And I ain't watching a home run derby. Yeah. The home run derby is cool, but it's a home run derby for a reason. It's not the fucking game. Yeah, that's not how the game is played.
The only problem I have with it right now, games evolve. Games evolve. The same people who will complain about that were the same people who are like, why are we throwing the football more? We need to run.
No.
Yes. No,
Yeah. No, because we lived running the football more, and it morphed into throwing the football more, and I never said that, and I've never said that, and I'm not gonna say that. I'm living the real life version of going from playing the baseball right way for 90, 100 years to fucking this, and I'm not enjoying this. This is not what I want to watch.
This is the right way now. It works for them, man. You can blame your team, right? Well, actually, not your team. They
took
won
analytics.
They won with it, but it's Billy Bean.
They won with walks.
Yeah, it was Billy Bean.
They didn't win with strikeouts. They won taking walks.
But they were fine with striking out. It's about getting on base.
No, they didn't strike out all the time.
You ever seen Moneyball?
those Red Sox teams, they weren't built on out. We're just going to strike out. They didn't strike out.
That was part of the thing. They said
that's Billy Bean.
But that's what I just said. Billy Bean.
That's not the Red Sox, though.
I understand that. But they took the idea and they were able to pay for players that weren't that way. The idea of Moneyball is that they didn't care about strikeouts as long as you got on base somehow. That's the idea of it. So the strikeout didn't matter. That was the idea.
Whatever. I don't care.
I don't know.
It's not baseball.
I still watch.
Technology needs to take over already.
Like I said, I watch the Red Sox, but I don't watch...
Technology?
Mm-hmm.
Technology for what?
For sports.
What do you mean?
Incorporate technology shit, sensors into the baseball with the gloves so you can tell, oh, yeah.
Yeah, because when the ball comes back at it 100 miles an hour...
Technology on the shoes with the base... So when the shoe hits the base, it tells you, okay, the shoe got there.
That's way too far, nerd.
That's not, and that's not even what I'm.
Use holograms.
He's just talking about
use holograms
strategy, how the actual game.
He's just talking about the
played.
style. I could go for a little more hitting away from the shift, but I mean, I'll take what I can get right now. I still enjoy the game. I still enjoy seeing pitchers dominate, and I think that's just kind of like where it's going, man. We either go with it or we fight against it.
Oh, are we at 3 balls instead of 4 balls? Yeah.
No, it's still there. The game was longer before. They're trying to shorten it. That's just what's going on.
There needs to be a pitch clock. If there's a pitch clock, I'm down.
Mm-hmm. There will be. I think it's a couple of years. I think they were saying that
they're doing it in the minors right now, and it's working good.
While these guys start cycling up, the pitchers that are working, then they're going to start slowly getting it in. But these older guys, we're still in the older generation.
There needs to be a pitch. Yeah. I just can't do it, dude. I can't sit there for 4.5 hours and watch a fucking game. I don't care what the score is. I don't care if it's a pitcher's duel, if it's fucking good action. Like, dude, 4.5 fucking hours. Like, get the fucking game done. And it's not even extra innings. Like, let's go. Fucking pitch, hit, and let's get the fuck out of here. Dude.
I don't think all games are 4.5 hours, but I understand what you're saying. It's like when you watch football games and they're over 3 hours. That's a long football game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, anybody can.
Time for Dodger baseball.
It's the same things you get frustrated about in baseball. I'm watching football and I'm watching every play is a penalty. Every play is a pass behind the line of scrimmage. 5-yard out, 5-yard this, 5-yard that.
Watch this
you're saying you can watch the watered down version of it, but you have something that keeps your interest in it because you do play fantasy football, and that keeps your interest in it.
But that's not. I'd rather sit there and watch those games than watch a baseball game. I'm taking fantasy football out. I would sit there and watch like a Monday night game. Doesn't even matter who it is, a blowout. I would watch that than watch any whatever baseball game. It doesn't matter. I'm saying apple, just random game, random team, random.
But whatever. Like you mean this? You mean to tell me that you've sat there and you've watched all the way through Titans Bengals on a Thursday night?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's dedication to it, man.
When I have a second TV, I just sit there and I put it on.
Okay, you're talking about saying you can put a baseball game on a second TV and just
but I'm saying that's what I would rather watch a football game than that.
I don't know. I think we just pick and choose what to be mad at. I get it, dude.
No, I'm not picking.
It's not for everybody.
I'm not. It's a brand. It's a brand. It's not picking and choosing parts. It's a brand. It's watching. It's a style of play. It's like everybody who's sitting there saying they don't like the threes in basketball. I don't mind it. I can watch it. I am enjoying it. I don't like this style of baseball, the way they have gone. I don't like it. I'm done with it. You can have it. Have fun with it. I'll watch basketball. I'll watch fucking football. I'll watch hockey. Have fun with your fucking baseball. I'm kind of like whatever with it.
Yeah.
What about like AAA or AA? Minor leagues.
What about it?
That's just, for me, that's just more like, I just enjoy seeing the pros, like the guys who are in the majors, the guys who are in the NFL, the guys who are in the NBA. We have a single A team right down the road, and I hate going to games because I just do not care to watch single A baseball. You know what I mean? Like, there's stars there and everything, but there's nothing appealing about it to me. I only care for NCAA basketball when it's the tournament and I have a bracket and I'm like, oh man, I hope this happens on my bracket. I've watched shitty football games in the NFL because fantasy football. But I would probably skip a lot of them if I didn't.
There's games that I watch that I don't have a team, like some Titans Browns. I'll watch Titans Browns, man.
But I'm saying, like, that's the type of game I'd probably skip, and then, like, somebody saying, oh, man, the Titans Browns is actually pretty good. Okay, I'll tune in late to it and see the end of it. But if I go into that game thinking, oh, man, it's the Titans and Bengals, I don't want to fucking watch the Titans and Bengals. This is going to be boring as shit. Oh, man, but I got AJ Green going. Let me just kind of keep it right there. That's what kind of keeps me interested in those games. Because if not, then it's just Marcus
I'm
Mariota
saying for me,
right there.
baseball was my favorite sport. Not anymore.
Nah.
I'm done with it. I'm
So
not
what
done with
replaced
it.
it?
I'm not done with it, but I'm football. I'm not done with it, but I'd rather watch something else than baseball right now.
NASCAR?
No.
Oh.
Left
No,
hand.
it's number 2. I'd say it's number 3, man. I'd rather watch a regular season basketball game before I watch fucking not a regular season baseball game.
Soccer?
No.
Bundesliga?
Go!
That's a perfect old mouth.
Oh, fuck you.
All right, we're going to leave it on that note, folks. Fredo's old mouth. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed the show. If you made it all the way here to the end, who's right on that?
What?
Is Rick wrong for hating baseball? You let us know if you made it here to the end.
Baseball.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I'm just very turned off.
Nipples soft.
They're soft. I'm fucking hanging noodle right now.
It's too warm in here to get.
Stay tuned to find out if G Fuel sponsors us.
G Fuel.
Oh, that was actually pretty good. You should get that and send it to him.
All right.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us. Be sure to, like and share this. Stay tuned. Not sure when the next show is going to be, but, we'll get that all squared away and we will let you know. And in the meantime, we'll be working on our top 10 list. I'm going to get started already. I'm going to be tinkering and tweaking.
Each position?
And by tweaking, I mean doing drugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
So we'll do that. Tis the season, folks. Tis the season.
To do drugs?
A lot of stuff going on at this point now. Basketball playoffs, baseball going on, football getting ready to get started.
NASCAR.
Hockey kind of still sucking in the playoffs. It's all good, folks. We're all good here. So for Rick and Fredo, I'm Mike. Thanks for listening. Tune in whenever we decide to do another one of these. And we'll try and do better.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Toodles.